2-year-old little girl who was found in just horrible conditions.
Yeah, Fox 59's Jesse Wells has reaction to the charges, and we do want to warn you the pictures and details of this story are very disturbing.
According to court records, the victim's mother admitted she knew she was neglecting her young kids by letting them live alone and in filth for days on end inside this apartment building behind me. While the suspect did her best to hide that neglect, she insisted she did not physically harm her kids on purpose. This disgusting bedroom with a feces-covered crib and mattress is where a 2-year-old girl died over the weekend. Police claim the entire apartment where the little girl and her young sibling lived was littered in feces, urine, garbage, and rotten food. Preliminarily, doctors believe Skylar Gardner died from hypothermia, but her body was also covered in bruises and bite marks with a puncture wound on her neck and frostbite on her feet and hands.
It's so sad on so many levels.
Attorney John Tompkins isn't connected to the case, but says the victim's mother, Chantel Gardner, was charged with murder and neglect, not because she intended to hurt her child, but because prosecutors believe she knowingly placed her daughter in a deadly situation, leaving one question for a jury.
She knew it was bad. Did she know that someone would die?
According to this affidavit, Gardner told police she left her young children home alone for several hours every day and night while she stayed at her boyfriend's house. That boyfriend, Brian Thomas, is also charged with 2 counts of assisting a criminal. Over time, conditions inside the apartment got worse, and Gardner feared the neglect would be discovered. The affidavit claims Gardner said she tried cleaning the walls and maintaining things, but it became too overwhelming, and she eventually strayed away from the home altogether due to the smell inside the house.
None of that's a defense, but it's certainly worth noting that the systems that are in place to prevent this on a humanitarian level in our city failed.
Handling things on your own when they get to be out of control and unsafe is not the best idea. So we want to normalize this idea that asking for support is a responsible and good thing to do.
For their part, child neglect awareness advocates urge all parents to call the state's hotline and ask for help.
It's not about tearing families apart. It's about getting them the help and support they need before the really horrible outcomes happen.
Finally, the suspect made her initial court hearing today. She's now being held without bond pending trial. Jesse Wells, Fox 59 News.